Well, welcome, Washington Defenders. I'm your host, Pastor Brian Noble, CEO of Family Policy Institute of Washington, and we are in Roanoke Conference in Ocean Shores. It is so good that you are with us here today, and I have a special guest, Tate, and Brad Payne. Welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
So why don't you both introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about why you're at this conference today?
Okay, Tate. I live in Vancouver, Washington. I'm a school board member at Battleground School District, and I'm here to make a difference in our state, to turn our state red.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Battleground, now for people who aren't maybe quite as familiar with where that is, give us a little bit of location.
So just north of Vancouver, Washington, a suburb. They wouldn't say that. It's far enough away that it feels like a whole different place. It's a small town.
Okay.
And 14th largest school district in the state.
Yeah. Wow. So about how many kids is that?
Oh my gosh, you put me on the spot. I think it is 12,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, 12,000 kids. And Brad, introduce yourself.
So, Brad Payne with Family Policy Institute of Washington.
Wow, I didn't know you. No, I'm just kidding.
So good to see you, Brad. So, president of FPIW Action, and I'm working, as most of you know, in Olympia right now, lobbying for the good of the family in the public square. So,
that's what it's about.
Just here this weekend to try and connect with a lot of our legislators. Is a good place where they're all rounded up in one spot at one time, and to be able to promote our new app, which I'm sure you're going to get around to at some point or another.
Absolutely. If you haven't downloaded the Washington Defender app, do that on the Google Play or Apple App Store. We'd love for you to be a participant on that app. So Washington Defender, Google Play, Apple App Store. Awesome. So let's talk about. There's a lot of neat things happening on the national level. Washington's, we are moving more red, despite what people say.
Exactly.
But tell me where your heart is. What is your passion for this movement, and a little bit about.
Well, you see, that's how we've intersected, is because of this thing about families and our children and this kind of stuff. And I'm my first year completed as a school board director. I was a retired teacher, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done in our schools, of course.
Right.
And so I am excited as to what I've seen that is moving forward and engaging in what the state has been putting forward, family values and family responsibility for the children and how they have kind of hijacked all of that. So to work with you guys has been really encouraging as a defender, and to see what was happening behind the scenes across the state, I'm very encouraged and excited to help move things forward with families in schools.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
And Brad, what are you seeing across the state and
I
around the world?
I see a lightness of the spirit. Quite honestly, it was very dark, and I think it just felt like we were on a vicious cycle downwards. And over the last month or two, I've just seen a lightness in people's step. There's encouragement for sure. And what I want to do is see us transfer what's happening federally to Washington State.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to see us get on the same direction. And I know that right now, quite honestly, there's going to be a battle. They haven't made that quiet, that they're going to try and push back. But I'm hoping that over time, as some of these policies that President Trump is putting in place and some of the people that he's bringing on board will start to make a difference that's undeniable.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, here, next question for both of you is, if each of you were to encourage people with one thing to do, what would you say? Or you could say two. I don't mind, Terry.
Encourage people to do something.
Yeah, if you were to
I encourage people to know that they can make a difference, okay? And encourage people to, I would encourage people, of course, to go to their school boards and say something, okay? I'd encourage them to go and speak to the board members about their concerns and make very clear what it is that their expectations are, and maybe how we're not moving within what people are wanting to see. Transparency, information. I would like to know more about this, and I'd like to know more about that, and then consider the possibility that they might even be able to hold office or take responsibility in committees and things. There's so many committees in the communities that need people to step forward and engage. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. And for you, Brad?
I'm going to have to go with prayer to start. If I get two things, one would be prayer, legitimate prayer.
Yeah.
To encourage family members and your friends and all of your church members to get down on our knees and to pray, because there is power in prayer, and we certainly need a shift spiritually in Washington State. The other would be to get activated in the political process, whether that be to to register your positions on things, hopefully, and if even not, just to stay on top of what's happening in Olympia this type of year.
Excellent. Well, as always, it's always great to talk to both of you, and we are thankful for your stand in the public square. We know that together we can defend and advance biblical values. We know alone we're just like sheep without a shepherd, you might say. So, anyways, we are so glad that you're here. If you're not a Washington Defender yet, want to encourage you to sign up to be one. There's 4 things we ask you to do: to pray, vote, engage, sign, and engage. And so if you can be involved with that, that would be great. And if you haven't downloaded that app, it's on the Washington Defender app on the Apple App Store or the Google Play. Like we like to say around here, let's go out there and make a difference in the public square. God bless.